Welcome back to Not Financial Advice. I am your host, Yusuf Hater Ritter. This is Cooper Big Diddy Calder and Tobey, because he does not want us to say his last name. Today, we actually have a pretty fun crypto episode. This is all crypto. None of that other not crypto bullshit is coming on. Tobey, you wanted to show the camera something?
I'm not recording right now.
Yeah.
I would love to. Hold on. Just
Take the mic. Take the oh.
You guys like what you see?
Is that they're Yoda? Oh my. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is a very interesting topic, right? And eToro, you guys know eToro. It's a big stock exchange. They did a survey and found that 33% of people of respondents would be inclined to date someone who had the word crypto in their dating profile, which is pretty cool. And on the
What the fuck?
hold on, and the opposite, and they found that 20% of people said it's a turn off if they had crypto in their profile.
I thought you were gonna say stocks. I'm like,
No. But it's actually kind of interesting that we're seeing Web3 not only being like a financial medium, of ways of making money and starting tech companies.
It's impacting our dating life.
It's impacting your dating life, and now it's becoming like more of a like it's affecting your personality and your online presence. And this is something else I wanna go into. People are starting to use the whole Web3 space to actually express their creativity, like Logan Paul with his 99 originals, like 99 NFTs of what are they, Polaroids.
Yeah.
And it was a big art project for him to do. Another guy, Steve Aoki, and people like Beeple, who are big digital artists. NFTs and the whole Web3 space is kind of becoming a place where they can actually show off their art and sell it and actually make a lot of money. And I think if you do more research into Steve Aoki, he kind of talks about how Web3 and all this tech has actually like catapulted his entire career. And and kind of going back to how like NFTs and stuff are actually affecting like our personal lives. Twitter allows you to put NFT as your profile picture, and Instagram, they kind of hinted at a like a feature on your profile where it's just like a tab and it shows all your NFTs, like your NFT and crypto portfolios. And it's very interesting how kind of this just started off as tech and like, peer-to-peer ledger, decentralized bullshit. But it's actually starting to snowball into something that is actually going to impact our day-to-day lives, kind of like the internet.
Yeah.
And I think it's very interesting how that's, kind of snowballing. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I think that's pretty cool.
No, I mean, we've kind of talked about, I'm pretty sure we've talked about it before, if not like on recording, that like when, I think it might have been more with, I feel like it's electric cars that we talked about this first with, but like how like that new technology, like at what point it actually affects like your day-to-day life, and it's not just a novelty.
Yeah.
Because that kind of is the case with Web3. Like, it was electric cars because they stopped, we talked about it because they stopped, Tesla stopped accepting Bitcoin. But it's like, like it's all well and good to hold like Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever you want to hold. But, its core use should be a currency, and you don't use it as a currency. So it's like, when's it actually going to be a use besides just like a get-rich-quick scheme, which is what it is for a lot of people. But yeah, that's kind of...
I think like with NFTs as well, it kind of started off as this like either bullshit art, like monkeys or whatever, or just like just a smart contract, because that's truly what an NFT really is. It's just a smart contract, but then there's also the whole non-fungible token side of things. It started off as just like a very interesting piece of tech, and now it's actually branching out into a way where people, their entire careers, it's not like their entire careers are based upon like this tech, and it's not just like, oh, I made $1 million off an NFT, but it's also like, I put all my content, all my creative work, everything is into like this NFT using this tech. And I don't know, I just think that's a very, very interesting concept.
It's, quite recently, probably over the past decade mainly, it's sort of like how gaming, like people started making gaming their careers. Now, I'm not saying like you're making cryptos your careers, but they're definitely deriving all their sort of energy input and sort of all their money into it. It's kind of the same as like.
Sorry, recently is 2/3 of our life. But yeah. Okay, sure. Go
But
on.
yeah. I don't know. I think, and people were also very speculative on gaming. Like, people going into this as their jobs, like, oh, they're probably going to fail. But then we were also sort of saying this about cryptocurrencies and NFTs. All these non-flushable turds.
I think. Oh no! Sorry, you were saying.
Now it really is starting to become like a reasonable like sort of opportunity
For people,
sense.
yeah. I think you can kind of apply the same logic to like YouTube and content creation.
Yeah.
At first, it was just like if you want to be like a performer, you just perform at shows or in theater or something. But with the internet, people like very big YouTubers like PewDiePie, Logan Paul, whatever, they're able to kind of channel that creative, like showy side of themselves into like using this tech, right? Because at first you think, oh, the internet, like it's a bit iffy, it's a bit scammy.
That's exactly what we thought of these
like
things
crypto and
coming out
NFT,
today,
yeah. But now it's becoming a way that people can express themselves, and like I said earlier, it's becoming a way where people can make money and make a living off of it.
I actually remember this. It doesn't sound that true, but I remember talking to you. It was like late February last year, and it was about the 3 Law NFT. I don't know if any of you know that, but it was the first like big sale, and it was like he made like 11.3 million in one day from it, and it was like, and I was talking to Yusuf about it, and we were like, oh, that's kind of cool. Probably won't go anywhere, but it's cool. And then I kind of forgot about it for like months and months, and then the Bored Ape thing came up. We're like, fuck.
I think
Like we should have looked into that.
yeah,
man.
on that story, you were telling me about like NFTs, and I was just like, so it's just virtual art,
Yeah.
and you were just like, no, but you can't replicate it, and I'm like, it kind of sounds
Fucking
dumb,
pointless,
And
yeah.
then I remember because we talked about this like 10 episodes ago. At the same time, Bored Ape was worth, I think it was $200.
It was like nothing.
Like
yeah.
it was barely anything, and then like that was February, March, April, like very early.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, it's like NFTs, holy fucking shit. And we're just like, bruh.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that, and I was just like, it sounds cool, but I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Fuck.
imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if I had like actually just, even just searched up NFT, like what that could have sparked.
Yeah.
Remember your dad, how
The
he
Bitcoin
lost that
thing.
Yeah.
alpha with Bitcoin. It's kind of like that. Probably not to that size, but it was a massive opportunity.
It could have been more.
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
no. But
I
like,
don't think so.
no,
but
it couldn't have been more, but like
It's still an opportunity.
$200 to
Yeah.
like minimum 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Although you probably wouldn't have held it that long.
no. I mean,
Still.
it was kind of funny. Like just very quickly, a lot of people because I posted as a TikTok like that, like story. Just for the people, it was basically how my dad in 2012 got offered 1,000 Bitcoin for $1,000, and how he rejected the offer, and now Bitcoin, I think, currently it's sitting at like 20K, but
Yeah.
at the peak it
Yeah.
was 60K.
Comments.
Yeah, so I posted that TikTok, and everyone was saying, "Bro, oh, this is such a lie," and I'm just like, what value would I gain from
Yeah.
lying about how my dad missed out on $60 million?
So it would be 29 million as of right now.
Now, yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, people are like, oh, this is such a lie. Like, everyone keeps saying this, but it's just like, what value? If
Yeah.
I said my dad made $60 million, then it's like, oh, maybe he's lying. Where's the
Yeah.
proof? But I said my
Maybe
dad
he's
missed out.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, that's like kind of like negatively
Yeah.
affecting. But anyway, Cooper, the merge.
The merge. All right. Well, firstly, I'm not going to ask you, Yusuf, because you actually know stuff. What do you reckon of that, Toby?
Well, fuck you, first of all. Because I'm not in crypto, so you can...
You probably should get into crypto.
I probably should.
Just learning, not
just
even
for, like, podcast sake. even.
Yeah.
Well, all I know, it's like Ethereum, couple big cryptocurrencies.
You're already wrong. All right, Cooper.
All I know, you're just wrong already.
Yeah. You said other cryptocurrencies, like, no, Toby.
All right. So
Fucking...
I'll try to explain it on different levels of like someone from like Toby's level
Intelligence.
to, I don't know, like ours. So basically, Ethereum's a cryptocurrency, right? And I can't even explain it on that basic level. That's so. Can you explain it, like what Ethereum is, to someone that has no idea?
All right. I think I can do it. So basically, I'll do it in like a minute. Okay. Basically, most currencies are controlled by the government. A cryptocurrency is controlled by the people. And basically, there's a lot of tech, a lot of very interesting like technology and like blah blah blah. But it's called like a peer-to-peer ledger or peer-to-peer lending. And basically, it allows that different people who own that cryptocurrency actually they're responsible for the security of it. And Ethereum is just one of those cryptocurrency that's, I think it's the second biggest market cap.
Yeah. All right. Well, beautiful. And so what I'm talking about is it recently switched from proof of work to proof of stake, and basically the difference is that it's much more like environmentally friendly. Like, yeah, that's like the most basic way to look at it. It uses like 99% less energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like how it affects, you know, the majority, the majority of people. It also, like the switch, it used to, like mining overall used to pay out around 13,000 Ethereum a day, like overall to everyone. And now it's only like 1,600. So you know, it affects it in that regard. It's like a 90% drop.
And now it's becoming deflationary.
Not really. So it's a deflationary pressure, but it doesn't actually make it like fully deflationary.
It doesn't make it fully deflationary, but now it's becoming from like the amount of Ethereum that's actually out there. Like instead of it going up, it's starting to slowly go down.
It's still going up. I said it's 1,600 per day instead of 13,000.
Oh, all right. No, my mistake then.
So it's deflationary pressure, but there's still like it's like Bitcoin. It's slowly getting to that point where it's like it'll get to the point where it's too inefficient to mine it. Like it won't be worth it.
But you can't mine Ethereum anymore.
Can you not? Because you can still get 1,600 per day.
I think that might be staking.
Maybe. Anyway, 1,600 per day. Oh yeah, you're right. It is staking. But anyway, yeah, transaction speed's the same. Transaction like gas fees are the exact same.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything's the same. It's just better for the environment. That's yeah.
Yeah, I think I know with the merge, a lot of people are anticipating that it would just shoot up because like, well, the merge, it's such a big thing. I think it dropped. I was looking at it
dropped
the
like
other
10%,
day.
Yeah,
10%. Did you say?
a lot.
It dropped quite a bit.
Yesterday morning, it was already like 3-4%.
Yeah, like decline. And yeah, I know there was a lot of truly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like the merge, it's a very like it is a big deal, but how people are kind of hyping it up to the point where it's like, oh my god, you're gonna triple your Ethereum value. I think it'll probably take a lot longer for the effects of the merge to actually kick in.
Yeah.
But one thing I was kind of sad to miss out on was I know in America and stuff and just around the world they were kind of doing like big like crypto parties like for the countdown, and like in Australia it was like 4 p.m. and I remember sitting at work and I'm like, oh, the merge just happened. And then I went back to work. And I think there's a lot of people talking about Bitcoin going from proof of work to proof of stake, because Bitcoin is very it's very environmentally damaging, and I don't know, that's very interesting to see how that'll change. But I think with Bitcoin, I think the reason why Ethereum is actually kind of important for Ethereum to switch is because Ethereum, you can actually do shit with the Ethereum blockchain, like what we're seeing with dApps, what we're seeing with DAOs and NFTs. There's actually more stuff apart from the cryptocurrency. There's more layers. Of Bitcoin, it's kind of just crypto. And I mean, I may be wrong. There may be more stuff like that. But I think it is still important for Ethereum to do that. But I'm not sure about Bitcoin switching. Tobey, your point about nitrogen coin.
It's called crypto coin actually.
Crypto coin.
Crypto.
Okay.
We should start. No. We should. It's called like a cattle coin. It's just Tobey with like horns or something. Like just Tobey on a cow.
Tobey with like an udder.
All right, onto your carbon coin.
Carbon coin, also known as carbon points, is a government-funded program that any company or business that ends up taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere will get, points or coins that you said they could, obviously not in this episode, but previously you said that they can be sold to miners for money.
Mining companies.
So wait, is it like the government? Is it like the government creates this crypto, and if you get it, is it just the money behind it, or is there actually stuff you can do with the crypto?
I mean, there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. It's kind of like a cryptocurrency.
So it's a cryptocurrency that the government gives to people when they're being environmentally good.
Yeah, in a sense. I know it kind of sounds stupid if I'm being honest, because
Which government?
I'm pretty sure it's the US government.
I think that is an interesting concept. With restaurants, how they have Michelin stars.
Yeah.
And it's how many Michelin stars you have is how good the restaurant is. I think that could be a very interesting way of seeing how good companies are environmentally. Because it's how many carbon coins does this company have? It's they have 100 compared to this one that has 10. You're able to kind of see in how the whole world is moving towards being green. And I think the UK in 2035, they're cutting out all carbon emissions. I think it would be a very interesting measure of how sustainable a company is environmentally using carbon coins, because it's government regulated. It's not like a private company is just giving it out. Unlike, Michelin stars, it was a private company, but yeah, no.
I mean, it's going to be controlled in a fair manner.
Yeah.
Well, as far as governments get. But yeah, I reckon it would be a good way of gauging how sustainable, I guess, companies are in the future.
That's true. But when you say that, it can also go into corruption or anything. But that's the same with anything that's government run.
That's what I was saying. As much as governments get.
Guys, decentralized government. New idea.
Wait, I'm thinking that guy, Karl Marx, didn't he he thought of was it a socialist society? So it's just not really run by anyone specifically. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, what is it? Communism?
No. Socialism.
Isn't that just communism? No.
There's a difference, and we've talked about it before, but I can't remember.
I don't know the difference, but I understand the general concept, the people, power to the people.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would work on a government I don't think that would work with a government.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, all right? The government, they're very smart and they know what they're doing, and a big portion of the population, they don't really know what they're doing. Which is why in government you have in America you have Congress, and with us you kind of have our politicians who kind of make all the rules, because they actually know what the fuck they're talking about and what they're doing and the long term impact. But I think if there was a decentralized city or state or country, I think it would go to shit, because there's no central authority, so no one here, if it's the government is knocking at your door or something, it's holy fuck, let's get scared. But if there is no government, I feel the people feel psychological wise, that was very bad grammar, they kind of feel there's no law, even though it is, because it's ran by the people. There's no real law, and I don't think that would actually work ever.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm just saying that's what it is.
I think we have touched on this. I think we said if there was a decentralized city state where it's just entrepreneurs, and they kind of run the whole city. I think we've touched on that very long ago.
Did you say run the city or just are in the city?
They kind of like a blockchain. They own it. They regulate it.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if it's just a society of entrepreneurs, you've got all these people striving to start their own business. Not actually.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would work.
It wouldn't be practical because you don't have the people working for them. But if it's run blockchain wise or whatever, run by them, then
it's I have a $2 billion crypto startup, but I have no employees.
Yeah,
because there are 40 other startups.
Yeah, that's exactly how it would be.
I mean that's kind of a big portion of society. Why there's actually different tiers, first of economic wealth, that they're synonyms, but also just different social
social hierarchy.
Yes, social hierarchy. I think that's because 95% of the work actually is kind of like menial like jobs. And if you don't have people to do those jobs, like a society fails.
Yeah, like I mean, think about it this way: if you've got a bunch of people who want to start a garbage company for whatever reason, who's actually going to go and take out that garbage?
Yeah,
like
it would be kind of dumb. Unless you have slaves, but we don't really.
not anymore,
we don't like that. But this is kind of we'll talk about Congress and government. This is actually one of my points. The White House actually released a 45-page report about the effects of crypto mining on the world, right? Like environmentally, and basically they're trying to create like specific standards and guidelines for crypto mining. And hold on.
It's illegal anyways, isn't it?
No. Crypto mining in some countries it is illegal, but in most Western countries it is legal. But basically, they were kind of looking at how much energy is needed to supply big blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they found that like the entire crypto market produces 140 million metric tons of carbon dioxide. And that's 0.3% of the global carbon emissions.
Well, that's an estimate though. Like a lot of it's run on solar farms as well, so it's just wasted solar energy. Like when they can't sell any more back to the grid, so that's probably like a bloated estimate of what it would actually.
I don't think it would be bloated too much though, because it's saying the amount of carbon emissions. I feel like in that study they would have actually looked at solar compared to what is it, like fossil fuels compared to like any other like type of energy source. But one thing that is quite scary, they said, should these measures prove ineffective at reducing impacts like the impacts of carbon emissions, the administration should explore executive actions and Congress might consider legislation to limit or eliminate the use of high energy intensity consensus mechanisms for crypto asset mining.
Okay, essentially what he's saying is, if you're trying to mine coin, it's like if it's too much energy that's being used to make it, then that's a no-go, guys.
And they're gonna like shut it down.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting point, because now it kind of comes onto the idea of like Bitcoin and all that is decentralized. Like blockchain is decentralized. A centralized body, a centralized government is trying to like slow it down, and I mean it is for like environmental reasons, which everyone cares about. But it's very
They're probably also
interesting.
scared by it, like in some way, shape, or form, because I mean, it could like massively impact like inflation rates, tax rates, like sort of exchange rates, and that'll inevitably like impact trades, exports, and sort of just overall the economy of like a country or so.
See, one reason I'm not actually too worried about it is because it's from the White House, and the White House, it's not the government. It's like a little like sub branch. I don't really know much about it. But if it was the government, like the EPA, which it stands for Environmental Protection Agency, which is a government branch. I think if it was something like them and they were talking about it, that's like holy shit, like the US government. But it's the White House, so I don't think
they still hold quite a bit of power though.
They hold power definitely because of the White House, like the president. But I think it's nothing to be worried about, but it's something to keep in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
And basically kind of like what you said, if the government regulations and their standards they're putting up for crypto, if it's not actually reducing carbon emissions, they may ban crypto mining, like to a certain extent, of course. But I think that's kind of, it goes back to the merge, being sustainable. What are we gonna do? It's very, very, very cool. Very cool point.
I've got a little bit, like a tad more on carbon coin.
Okay, all right.
Point.
Go.
But how many like million metric tons were you saying?
140 million metric tons of
metric
carbon.
Tons of carbon emissions
Produced
being emitted.
by the blockchain.
Produced by the blockchain.
Well,
and so the whole point of carbon coin obviously is to prevent or eliminate the amount of carbon emissions inside the atmosphere. So essentially, it also, like, this government will give coins to oil companies for stop being oil companies.
Yeah.
Because they're leaving, like, all the carbon emissions in the ground. They're technically stopping that from entering
fossil
the
fuels,
atmosphere.
yeah.
Exactly, like if oil companies, mining oil and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that could come into that. Whereas you're stopping the production of a cryptocurrency by getting a cryptocurrency in a sense. So I don't know. I don't know if it would work like with each other, but it would be interesting.
Because it's not you're stopping the cryptocurrency, you're stopping mining cryptocurrency. Like the unsustainable method of mining. Because I'm
There's
not
other methods of getting it.
Yeah, like stabilize, because the whole point of mining and stuff is to what's the word? It's to kind of to secure the blockchain, right? Like with proof of stake, the way you secure the blockchain is by you put up money, right? So you stake your Ethereum, and that kind of secures the blockchain because they're using your funds to kind of make it stronger.
Yeah.
Well, proof of work is you're using energy to secure the blockchain. And so, yeah, I don't think the government would shut down blockchain technology because they can't. But yeah, they could kind of slow down the mining side of things. But one thing just to kind of end the episode, a big inflation report was released. Like the August inflation report was released in America, and basically, like the consumer price index dropped. Sorry, hold on. Basically, they released a big inflation report, and the CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is basically it's not the exact measure for inflation, but it's a big metric they use. It increased 8.3%, but they only forecasted 8.1% because we're able to kind of predict what inflation is going to be, but it was higher than normal. And another metric they use for inflation increased to 6.3%, but they only predicted 6.1%. And this basically kind of caused the market to be disappointed and kind of start selling off shares because everyone thinks inflation is kind of starting to, everyone thinks that inflation is starting to kind of go down, but this kind of shows it's actually going up further than we predicted. And basically, the market's kind of been red this past week. So I kind of have like a little list of stuff. Ethereum, before the merge, dropped 6%. Bitcoin dropped 5%. 80%. What the fuck? My wrong note. The Nasdaq is down 5%. The S&P 500 is down 4.3%. The Dow Jones fell 3.9%, and Dow Jones is it's kind of like an index fund around tech. And gold fell 1.5%. Copper fell 2%, and Matic, like cryptocurrency, fell 8%.
Yeah, I was actually like when I was looking for topics and stuff, looking for my carbon coin. I did see that Wall Street sort of took like a massive impact on this because obviously Wall Street's in the USA and they sort of run like how stocks. And I'm guessing probably cryptocurrencies as well are sort of like
how they function.
Like the trade-offs and like coins and stocks and stuff. So yeah. A bit of an impact.
Everything's kind of down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think it's anything people should be worried about. And yet again, not financial advice. Nothing we're telling you is actually don't invest in what we're saying. But I think it is a bit dumb how you're seeing such, not catastrophic, but you're seeing big market drops because inflation was 0.2% higher than people thought. And I think, well, I won't say his name, but we're talking to one of our friends like in class. And he was kind of saying like, why does everyone sell when there's like a short drop in the market? Because investing is long term, and if people invest long term, even if there are little drops, it won't matter. And so I think that is a very smart like concept. It doesn't make much sense to me why there has been like giant drops in people selling because inflation was 0.2% higher. But I know I'm not an economist. But yeah, anything else you guys want to add or say? Do you guys have quotes? Anything like that?
Oh shit, no.
I didn't do a quote.
Oh, I mean, I've got like 7. Just.
All right, go. Say one of them.
This one by Epictetus. We've talked about him during like the Stoicism part of it, and he says, "It's not things that upset us, but what we think about things that does all the damage." So you've told me this before, or like sort of branched on about it, not from the quote, but just in general, like conversation. It's not about the things that are occurring, like it's sort of the anxiety and the thoughts behind it, what might happen.
Yeah.
Even though they're probably not very reasonable, they're still there and causing damage, like psychologically. So just, yeah.
Like how like your own imagination kind of blows things out of proportion.
Yeah, well, massively out of proportion, and sort of it gives the idea like. Sort of learn to control where your thoughts are going. And just sort of because it can help you overall, just mentally, like your mental state. Just leave it, flatline it.
I think
plateau.
it's kind of just very quickly. I think it's kind of dumb how people say like, oh, like I'm not gonna read any self-help books or like anything like that, because like all this stuff, it applies to everyone. If you're saying
Yeah.
I don't want to read an economic book, or I don't want to read a this or this book, it's
That
like
makes
okay, that's
sense,
fair.
'cause
Like you're not
you're not
interested.
interested, yeah.
But something where it's like bettering yourself, or like kind of like what you said, kind of slowing down that mental chatter, like the negative
Regulating
chatter.
what's going on, sort of.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, like where people kind of shit on that and kind of make fun of it, because it's just like okay, like you don't want to do that, but it's doing more harm to you than it would be to someone.
Yeah.
Because it applies to everyone. Everyone on a base level is the same.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting, but
Guys, I have a quote. If you can dream it, you
I just redlined. All right.
can do it. No, you need to hear it clearly. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. All right. Honestly, I actually really like that episode. Who wants to do the outro?
Oh man.
The yogas.
What's that?
No. We hope you have a great day, Low Gang.
Peace out, Logan.
I'm not
Peace
sure
to
if you're
Middle East.
in the frame. I think the yoga socks are. Well, yeah. We hope you guys have a great day, great morning, great night. Peace in the Middle East. Low Gang. Yeah. Try not to hit the chandelier. We hope you have a great day. Peace out, homies.